In the 3 weeks since Ambassador Christopher Stevens was killed in Libya during an attack on the U.S. mission in Benghazi, questions have intensified over whether the attack was planned and why it wasn't stopped. Today, the Post's Michael Birnbaum returned to the compound in Benghazi and came away with a number of documents which shed new light on what happened, and he joins us now by phone from Benghazi. Michael, thanks for making some time for us on a busy day.
I'm happy to do it.
So the first thing that I think struck all of us when we saw this was, how were you able to kind of waltz right into the compound so easily?
Well, I asked the owner of the compound if I could go in, and he said yes. The gates are locked after 3 or 4 days at the initial onset of the attack. They had been open. The compound was looted. Onlookers could go in and take a look, but after that, the gates were locked. There's still no official guard outside of the compound there. There are only 2 security guards provided by the owner.
And one of the things we learned when we go through these documents that you were able to pull away was that the security wasn't that tight even when it was an active U.S. installation.
That's right. These documents shed new light on just how thin that force was. It was a mixture of unarmed private contractors and members of a Libyan militia based in Benghazi that is sanctioned by the government and has been providing security around the city.
It's become a big point of contention here, whether it was a spontaneous attack or whether it was a planned attack that perhaps could have been prevented. One of the documents you uncovered shows that there was some concern in the days leading up to the attack from the staff there.
Yeah, it's, again, very difficult to know whether this was a planned attack, and the documents don't say anything about that, of course. But there's one memorandum from the security office in the mission here to the militia that was charged with providing security, dated September 9th, 2012, just 2 days before the September 11th attack. And in this document, it raises the issue of an attack on the U.S. mission and suggests that the security personnel there weren't totally certain that the basic security presence there would be enough in the event of an attack. They say that in the event of an attack on the U.S. mission, the militia should request additional support from its nearby barracks. The implication of that is that they weren't confident that the basic 3-guard security detail would be enough.
It's been 3 weeks since the attack. Why in the world were these documents still lying around?
Well, the investigation into the attack has been moving tremendously slowly. American investigators are from the FBI are sitting in Tripoli, but they have not yet been to Benghazi because of security concerns. The Libyan government has said that they're not able to guarantee the safety of Americans here in Benghazi, and Libyan investigators running efforts of their own seem to be moving very slowly. I've talked to a number of security officials who say they only have 3 people in custody, who say that they are still reviewing very basic evidence. I've spoken to many witnesses who said that they haven't been contacted either by the Libyan or by the United States government investigators.
And last thing, is there anything left, or did you grab the last of what was interesting or relevant in the compound?
I took some documents, but I certainly did not take all of them. There are lots of things still in the compound. I didn't feel comfortable with ransacking the place myself. And there are certainly documents still there posted that include, sensitive things that could in fact endanger some people's lives.
Okay, Michael, thank you very much on a busy day and an important day of reporting. It was nice of you to make some time to talk to us.
Thanks very much.
Earlier today, we sat down with former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger for a piece we're working on for a future show. We asked him about the situation in Libya and the developments today. So basically, our reporter was able to waltz right into Benghazi and grab these documents. Does that strike you as understandable or inexcusable?
Well, we have no personnel in Benghazi now, do we?
No.
So it's understandable that your reporter could walk in it's harder to understand how these documents were left behind, but I assume they were left behind because the personnel left in the middle of an attack. It's surprising that nobody has gone back. But I don't want to criticize people who were under enormous stress and who were evacuated. And I think then Tripoli has been evacuated also. So we really have no personnel.